This is the intro and simple overview of the city of Beijing. Now you must understand that this business trip is of high importance to the advancement of the company, and proper knowledge of the customs of China is highly recommended for this trip. You will arrive through the Beijing Capital International Airport. So when arriving at Beijing, understand that it is the 8th largest populated city in the world. So it is very easy to get lost. So it's important that you know your surroundings before you wish to venture into the city. So find a landmark that you can easily remember. It is also very common to find those who also speak the English language. So do not be afraid to approach anyone for assistance, but also remain respectful. However, it would be wise to study the Mandarin language, such as the basic greetings, when you choose to mingle amongst the locals. Asian cuisine is a fine way of dining, but if you wish to stay on your American diet, it's likely you'll find just what you're looking for as far as American food in the area. Also, the main religion practiced in the country is Buddhism. These are just basic necessary points to know as you enter their country and what to expect when you arrive.
Some safety precautions to take before your travel to Beijing would be to be up to date on your vaccines, most notably the polio vaccine, as it's still present in parts of China, and the COVID-19 vaccine, as we're still actively going through that pandemic. Be safe in public places. Be aware pickpocketing is not uncommon in touristy areas. Keep belongings secure. Things such as a fanny pack can help you secure your stuff, such as your wallet, phone, passport. And be aware of your surroundings. When crossing the street, make sure to look both ways, even if you have the right-of-way from the pedestrian light, as China driving laws are kind of lax. If you're hailing a taxi, make sure it's a marked taxi and the meter is running. If it's not running, they could try to overcharge you for your trip. When purchasing goods, make sure the goods are marked. If they're not, they might also try to overcharge you for the goods. Have correct change. If you don't, they'll most likely won't give you any change. And be aware of basic Chinese bartering phrases. This will be to your advantage. If not, you'll most likely lose out on money. Environmental and weather safety. Keep an eye on the weather quality index, especially in hotter seasons. If air quality is poor, try to limit your outdoor exposure. While water quality is improving in China, it's still not recommended to drink tap water. Bottled water is readily available and quite cheap, so just drink that. Have the accommodation of your address written down in Chinese and carry it with you at all times. This could just be to find your way back home, or to if the police are wondering where you're residing. And under any circumstances, do not get involved in protests or demonstrations of any kind. Just stay clear of those completely. Up next is meeting etiquette and negotiations with Parker Lamb.
For the meeting etiquette in China, the handshake works as a universal greeting in business situations. Anyone older or higher rank will sit and eat first. Business cards are seen as an extension of the person and is recommended to both give and receive them. The business culture in China is indirect and avoids confrontation. Disagreements are not made in public, so be careful with clients agreeing to avoid confrontation. Along with this, even if someone disagrees with you, they will probably not make that sentiment known in public. Personal life and business life go hand in hand in Chinese culture. You may be more successful on the business side by tying in the personal side of yourself and your client. The negotiation in China, time takes longer in Chinese business. Setting deadlines and timetables may be detrimental. Both sides benefiting is an important aspect in Chinese culture. Final decisions will often be agreed to by a large group. More focus will be on your actions than the words you say in the business setting. Managing expectations for all parties involved in the negotiation is important. Even a seemingly good deal for their side will need to be universally beneficial for them to see it as a good deal, and rushing a deal will be seen as bad business and could possibly offend the other party involved.
Social aspects of business. Business meetings are never held over meals. No, the dining etiquette is quite different in the United States. Some of the key differences are in China is that they don't really make a noise when they drink or when they eat a soup, and they don't tap their feet either. They never flip their food with chopsticks, and they don't ever place the chopsticks straight up to the rice. They don't ever tap the bowl with the chopsticks either. Tipping isn't really expected unless it's okay to give them a tip. A host gift is appropriate. A good host gift would be in a group of 6, which refers to luck, or 8, which means prosperity. A good gift is good quality wine, liquor, or spirits. When you give a gift, you should really avoid sharp objects because it refers to cutting off a relationship. A doll refers to evil, and Wallace refers to loss of fortune. Other considerations. The other information that you should know is to avoid cross-cultural foxpaws. Your actions could really damage the relationship and the major deal with their company. Everything you say and do should revolve around the cultural differences. From the emotions, the way they communicate and make their decisions should be of utmost importance. Be aware of their cultural values. And in conclusion, it was my pleasure to find the information you needed to make a safe and uneventful trip. If you have any questions or concern, please do not hesitate to contact me at this number here.